everyone, and welcome to my first floss tube. My name is Sarah. I am 39 years old. I live in South Texas, a little bit, about an hour south of Houston. I have a 5-year-old son. I have been married for going on 8 years, and I have been cross-stitching since 2013. It was just something that I picked up in Hobby Lobby. I was there looking for crocheting stuff. My grandmother was a crocheter, and I thought I had a knack for it. Actually, both my maternal and paternal grandmas were crocheters, so I just thought it would be in my blood. It was not. So I went and looked around for stuff to do. I was single. I had my dog, and that's really it. So I was kind of bored. I'm a big reader, but I wanted something to do more creatively. So I picked up a pumpkin cross stitch randomly at Hobby Lobby. It was, my favorite color is orange, so it was like oranged out, had a cute border, and I thought, really, how hard can this be? So I took it home and I struggled. I couldn't really find the way to hold the fabric, how to thread the needle. I was doing it how I feel like most beginners do, with multiple threads. It was just a mess. So I reached out to my mom, shout out to my mom if you're watching, and asked her, like, have you ever heard of this? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. Help, Mom. And funny enough, she was like, oh my gosh, you're cross stitching? Like, I used to cross stitch. So back in the day when she was younger, she cross stitched, so it is in my blood, just not crocheting. So I kind of picked it up from there. I don't think I ever finished that Halloween pattern. I kind of, not met my husband, but started dating my husband. I've known him since I was a kid. Started dating my husband, that kind of took priority. I would cross stitch here and there, nothing serious. Then I had my son, and that, it's hard to cross stitch when you have a newborn, or do anything other than take care of the newborn when you have a newborn. And then when he got a little bit older, I started branching out more. I got into different designers, and I found out about the like StitchCon and Stitch North and all that stuff. I've never attended. I would love to go, maybe one day. I found local cross stitch groups next to me, or in the next town next to me. I found my local LNS. It is not really local, it's like 2 hours away, but that's okay. I've been once and it was amazing. So that's kind of my cross stitch journey. You'll see kind of my vibe, I guess. I don't like full coverage, and I don't like monochromatic. It's so boring to me. I do have a monochromatic piece, kind of, which you'll see here in a second. But I like switching colors, not constantly, but enough. Let's see how I do my cross stitches. So I have, I think, 17 or 18 WIPs, and that's kind of what I keep it at, around. I think the most I've ever had was 20, but some of them were small. I rotate it weekly. I work on one project for the week, and then I switch it on Sundays, usually like in the afternoons. And then I'll work on that project for the whole week, and so forth, so on, unless I have a deadline. You're gonna see that I am working on one, but my son's that I'm working on is almost done. So it's going to change a little bit this week. I'm very proud of myself because I did give 2 cross stitches away for Christmas this year. So I did complete 2, but they were really little, but still counts as a completed work, right? Right. So this is my first floss tube, like I said. It's also a WIP parade. I know I love watching WIP parades, but I do get so many ideas, and I see so many new designers and old designers I didn't know about, and stitch alongs and other floss tubers, so it kind of like is in a rabbit hole a little bit. But I hope y'all enjoy. I'm trying to like not be nervous, and I'm very open anyway, and I'm very personable, so I'm trying to let that come across on my channel. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have like my little note section here, so if I look down or whatever, that's it. But I should know what I'm talking about, right? So my first WIP is called Blue Bonnets. It's by Sally Humphreys. This is what it looks like. There you go, for focus a little bit. I'll pop a picture here of what it's going to end up looking like. So this is actually kind of cool. So I went on vacation about 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years ago, and we went to the George Bush Library in College Station. I believe it's in College Station. And this hung in the, well, not this one, but Barbara Bush stitched this. It's a blue bonnet. It'll be a blue bonnet. And it hung in the White House. Her completed work did. So they sell it there at the gift shop. I picked it up because I never see cross stitches in gift shops. So I went ahead and picked it up. I am going to a benefit here in Texas in March, and it's for kids with cancer. So my plan is to stitch this up, frame it in like an old wooden frame, and I'm going to donate it to the silent auction. I don't know if it will even go in the silent auction. It might go for $5. I don't know. But it's something that I thought about last year, and this is my focus piece for the next foreseeable couple of weeks. It's stitching up very easily. It's a kit. All the DMC was included. It's just regular 14 count Aida, but it is stitching up really easy, and I don't think I'll have a problem getting it done by March. So yeah, so this is Blue Bonnets by Sally Humphreys. Okay, so this, if you're watching Allison, close your eyes. My cousin, she makes fun of me all the time because I am an old lady trapped in a 39-year-old's body, and I agree with that. So she makes fun of me for cross stitching. This is just a cute little stitch that I picked up again from Hobby Lobby. I could finish this in like an hour, maybe. I don't know why I still have it. I'll see her this summer. Our sons are up around the same age. She has a river house very close to my house. So I'll see her and I'll have this done next time I see her. So that's just a cute little kind of joke because I want her to hang it in her house. We'll see if she does. She'll probably put it in a closet. And that's just from Hobby Lobby, kitted with the DMC included on 14 count Aida. So the next is my first SAL. I believe it's my first SAL that I've ever signed up for. So this is Caterpillar Cross Stitches North America Adventure. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I thought that it was going to be smaller, maybe is the word I'm looking for, and the icons are like really big and bulky, and I was thinking about changing the count because I am stitching it on a 16 count Aida, and I thought about moving it to a 18 count. Here's what it will look like when I'm done. Super cute. I don't know if I'm stitching it on the right material. I think it's a user issue. Of course, not a designer. Caterpillar Cross Stitch is amazing. So this is what I have so far. And I do really like it. I love the New York. You'll see New York is one of my favorite places in the world. And I do really, really like it. It is super cute. And it will be a tight border too. That's another reason I was thinking about changing it. But it's super cute. I love it. I actually think I'm going to gift this when it's done, but I can't say to who because I believe, y'all, I've told everybody and their mamas, my family, my friends about this. So who knows who's going to watch. So I have to keep that a secret. But that's my plan. I might gift it to someone. So that's that. Like I said, my first SAL, I did not know how much that is. You got to keep up. I was not prepared. I'm very behind. It's completed. Has been completed for months and months and months. I'll get to it one day. Okay, so my next cross stitch is My Flowers by Boomerang Stitches. So this is what it's going to look like. I really, really, really like this pattern. I loved it when I seen it. I know a lot of floss tubers were stitching it when it came out. It's so unique. It's so different. And as soon as I seen it, I thought about my sister. Those are some of her favorite colors, the teals, And I just immediately thought about her, so I'm stitching it for her. She does know, so I'm really bad at keeping secrets, so I have already showed her in person and everything. So this is what I have so far, and I really, 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 really like it. It's one of my favorite patterns. I'm stitching this on an 18 count, just regular Aida with a called for DMC. I will actually probably restitch this when I'm done for me. I have a plan to do all the stems like in one, like a darker color, and then all the flowers in oranges and yellows. So we'll see, maybe like a fall vibe, because fall is my favorite season. So that's that, and I love it, and she likes it too. So one day, Starling, one day I'll complete this for you, maybe for your birthday next year. All right, so that is that. Let's see. Oh, the next one is one of my favorites. So I do watch some Floss Tube, not a lot. I have a couple of ladies that I watch. I just busy, and I work in law enforcement and on the clerical side, so I'm kind of like all over the place during the day. Sometimes I have time, sometimes I don't. But they do, a lot of cross stitchers do the stitch along the hashtag Manning May. I participated in it this year. I love Carolyn Manning's designs. I think they're beautiful. They're intricate. They're just wonderful designs. I love them, pretty much all of them. I had a hard time. I didn't know if I wanted to do one of her patchwork designs or if I wanted to do something else. And then I realized she had a flower a day, which is this pattern in orange, which is beautiful. I love it. It's amazing. So of course, being orange being my favorite color, I had to get it, and this is where I'm at. Oops. I think it goes this way. It really is so pretty. I am using all the called for DMC except one of the oranges. It's like in this little guy right here, and in this little, this little guy right here. It's a variegated floss that I picked up from my cross stitch store. It was variegated orange, and it's beautiful. And I picked it up for another project, but never got around to that project, so I decided to throw some in here. It's so pretty. It does have a border. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stitch the border or not. I haven't made up my mind, but I do really, really like this. It is a lot of switching colors. I didn't realize how much until I started getting into like the smaller flowers, but it is fun. I do really enjoy it. So that is a flower a day orange, and I'm just stitching it, like I said, on 18 count Aida with all called for except that one variegated floss. So yeah, I love that one. Okay, next one is New York City Skyline. So like I said, I am from a very small town in Texas. It is probably has 4 stoplights, something like that, maybe 5 if we're lucky. So when I was young, I was infatuated with New York City. I went in 2008. It's been too long. I need to go again. I'm thinking about going for my 40th birthday. We shall see. But my office is New York themed. So I have done Satsuma Street, Little New York, and that is hung in my office framed. And I needed something else. I just wanted to have like a gallery wall, and I just needed something else. So I found this design. This is what it looks like when it's completed. I really, really like it. It is so boring to stitch. So my original plan was to change the colors. I was going to do like bright and bold and maybe like throw some neons in there somewhere. And at that point, I had never altered a cross stitch before. So I was like super nervous. I couldn't figure out where to start. So I just kind of was like, I'll just do gray. So here is where I've gotten so far. I'll undo it, but I mean, So this is what I have. I actually have thoughts about just keeping it like this because that's the Empire State Building right there. It's very noticeable that that's the Empire State Building, and just framing it like this, but I do like the whole pattern. I think it's super cute. So fun fact, Friday, it's not Friday, it's Saturday, but fun fact, I was stitching this like a week, took a break, and then was stitching it another week. and then pulled it out and was looking for my floss, and I was like, wait, what gray am I using? And it's like 3 different grays in this cross stitch. Do I care? No, I don't. I took it to work. One of my really, really good friends that I work with a bunch of men, so maybe that's not like the best people to ask, but whatever. I asked him if he could tell that they were different grays. He's like, no. So I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I think it's definitely a me thing. It's definitely a Sarah thing. I'm going to hang it in my office. I'm the only one that's going to know, except y'all, I guess. But so I really like it. I'm just going with it. Whatever gray I pick up is the gray I'm going to use. They're all dark and charcoal looking. So it is what it is. I wasn't going to frog all that out for something that you can barely tell. So it's no biggie. It's just for me. So that is that. The next one is going to be Happy Thanksgiving. This is by Tinsel Cross Stitch. Oh, it is so big. So one thing that I do need to get really like have some practice with is measuring my fabric with the design. But I'm really bad at that. So I'd rather have way too much than not enough. As you'll see in my next one. So this fabric is huge. It's stitched on 18 count Aida just from Hobby Lobby, and a lot of, like, look how big that is. That is way, I mean, it is going to take up most of that, but like that's the end of the pattern right here, like that. Anyways, so you will like hear me say 18 count Aida or 16 count or whatever from Hobby Lobby, because like my LNS is so far. It's really hard for me to get to, just being a mom and working, and you know, weekends are always super busy. So I do go to Hobby Lobby a lot. But that's okay, you know, I mean, it is what it is. But oh, this is what the pattern looks like, or will look like. It's really cute. I actually like the colors, but once I started stitching on it, I fell in love with the colors. So this is what I got so far. I really like these down here, and there's, I think, like 5 of them all the way across. Like I said, I love fall. Thanksgiving is probably my second favorite holiday. My favorite is St. Patrick's Day, oddly enough, but I love Thanksgiving. So that's what I have so far. Like I said, the fabric is huge, but I am really enjoying this one when I am able to work on it. So, okay. The next one is my oldest WIP, and he is a challenge for me. This is what I'm talking about when I say I really am bad at cutting my fabric or seeing if there's enough fabric or whatever. So this is Santa. It's by Doreen Jones Cross Stitch off Etsy. And he's beautiful. I mean, he really is. The grays and his beard really go together. He looks like Santa, how I grew up thinking Santa looks like. I really like him. However, his beard comes like down here, and there's a Merry Christmas banner-ish right here. So this pattern is going to end like right here. Yay! So I don't know what to do, honestly. I should have stitched them like this, you know, yeah. But whatever, I've learned, you know, you learn as you go, and you mess up and you try fixing things. So what I think I'm going to do, and it also has some Krynic in it, and I've never stitched with Krynic before, and I'm kind of nervous, but, you know, what's the worst that can happen? So, as Krynic goes in here in the swirls, and those are all the way around him. Gonna stitch the Merry Christmas and his rest of his beard. Then when I'm done, I think I'm gonna cut the sides this, and then I think I'm gonna get my mom, shout out to my mom again, to sew a zigzag kind of like border around him, and then frame it just like on a piece of Christmas paper or something in a frame. That's what I'm thinking, because there's no way I'm going to be able to mat it and all that. There's no way. So this is him, and he is, I do really, really like him. I want him done. I want him out of my life. I want him framed and in my Christmas tote, so I don't have to see him except once a year, because he has given me a bit of a headache. And I do think that's why he still is like a WIP, because I just get stressed out when I work on him. But I'm not throwing that away. That's a lot of work. So that's Santa. Okay, so my next project, I know I've said, you know, maybe like a lot of them have been my favorite, but this is definitely my top one. This is 100 Owls by Owl Forest Embroidery. Owls are my all-time favorite. You can see little owls everywhere. Owls are my favorite animal. They're beautiful. They're majestic. I love them. My whole kitchen is in owls. I want them in my yard. I went to a Harry Potter thing and event at my local library, and they had owls there, and I was like tripping out. It's like, oh my gosh, front row. Had my son ask questions because, you know, he's 5, so that was like normal. I don't know if they needed a 39-year-old freaking about owls. So I love them. So this is what it's going to look like. It's beautiful. Beautiful pattern. I love it. It is going to be my heirloom piece when I pass it down to my son. What he's going to do with it, who knows, but that's fine. I'll be long gone. So whatever. So this is where I've gotten so far. This is stitched on a 22 count Be Stitch Me Ada called Lightly Salted Not Toasted. Right? Lightly Salted Not Roasted. Super cute. Oh my gosh. Like, I've named them. I have twin brothers though, so that's Darcy and JC for sure. I don't remember. I think that's Franklin. I'm just kind of goofy like that. I'm really enjoying this. This is a snowy barn owl right here. His name's Hedwig, but you can't really see him. So I might do him in like a gray color instead of the white, just because the fabric, it's not really popping up. So you'll see I have another Owl Forest embroidery pattern. I really like that designer. Next time I want to do the Nutcracker from them, and I want to get the thread. This is all stitched in DMC conversion, but their thread I think really makes the pattern. At the time when I picked this up, I was like, oh, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Like I said, my LNS is far away. I do get on 1, 2, 3 stitch sometimes in order there, but it's just not the same as like going in and holding everything and seeing everything in person. But next time I'm ordering the thread for the Nutcracker one, if I ever get around to that. So oh, and it's really cool, this pattern. If you like owls or animals in general, the pattern will say, you know, pretty much each page has like a couple owls on it. I think Franklin was by himself, but it will say the type of owl it is, and then there's a website, and it's like birds something. Google, I don't really know, but it's something birds of the world or whatever. And you can type in what kind of bird you're looking for, and it will show a picture, all the facts where they're located in the world, the owls, they'll do their hoots, and tell you like how to get them in your trees. So I've been doing some research on owls, and they're just beautiful, and they make me very happy. So that is probably my favorite one. Will I ever work on it or get it done? I don't know, because that's a lot, but I love that pattern. Okay, my next one is Quaker Tiles on White. So this. It is by Vivian Powers. It's on a 18 count white Ada from Hobby Lobby. It's stitched in the called for DMC. And it is beautiful. This is one of my mom's favorite ones, and because it's so, like, it's a lot, right? There is, or whatever, some tiles on there that I had to restitch probably 2 or 3 times just because it was kind of confusing. No shade to the designer. It was just me, you know. It was just very, you have to count, make sure it's counted correctly. So the purple, and then I think like a dark purple, and then it goes light, like a rainbow, basically. I mean, hello. So this, if I ever get it done, I'll submit to our local county fair. maybe that can be a goal for 2024 or 25. I haven't worked on my goals yet. It is only the 4th day of January, so I'll have some time. But I'm gonna get my cross stitch goals. Maybe I'll post a short little YouTube about that next week. So that is Quaker on tires. Oh, tiles. And then I have to, just real fast, all that purple is wrong. Not all of it, but a lot of it. So I have to rip that out and restitch that. So yay, I think my son was driving me bonkers that day. So the next one is the Love Bug Sampler by Sprouting Lupine. And so, oh gosh, this is what it looks like. I'm sure a lot of people know what the Love Bug Sampler is. It's a popular pattern. So I really like it since I have a son. I thought it was super cute to do like a Valentine's Day bug related design. So I got it and I was like, you know what? Tying fabric cannot be hard because like I said, LNS far away. I like to see things. It's like, I can just dye it. Like, no worries. It is so hard. I have watched the Seattle Stitcher here lately or the other day, and she did do a video about like how to dye Ada. So I'm going to try it again. But it just dyed it pink. I was trying to do like some, you know, marbling in there. I didn't know what I was doing, obviously, but it's okay. I'm happy with it. It's a story, and like I said, it's just gonna go in my house framed for Valentine's Day. It's not that big of a deal. I'm not far along at all. I need to tape the sides to prevent the fraying. It is cut all kinds of wonky, but it will fit. I have double checked it, triple checked it. So that is where I am. I will stitch, there's like a grasshopper right here, and I will stitch that to make sure, because I did have to change the DMC, but other than that, it's called for. The DMC, one of them, do I have that written down? No. Oh no, then there's a 962 called for DMC, and it's exactly this color, so you cannot see it. So I changed it to 602. So, I mean, it is what it is. I work on this, you know, it gets pulled every once in a while, and I enjoy it. So that's the Love Bug Sampler. The next one is Little Owl by Happy Mood Point. He is so cute. I love him. This can be a really quick finish as well. A day, not even that, a couple hours maybe, because it's a bunch of fill-in. And then I think he's done, honestly. I have a frame already for him, so this might be a FFO next video, and he'll go in my kitchen on my windowsill, and he's super cute, and I like him a lot. There is a couple of animals from this designer that I want to do for a couple of family members. There's a hedgehog and some other stuff, so yeah, he's cute. So that's a Little Owl. Okay, this is actually the pattern I got from my local needle shop that I went to like 2 years ago. So actually my mother-in-law took me, and she's like, you know, have fun, whatever. Like, she's not a cross stitcher, but she took me, excuse me, very nice of her. So I was super overwhelmed when I went in there. It is beautiful, and it was a lot, and it was overwhelming. So I knew it was around Halloween, and I knew I wanted a Halloween pattern, and I wanted Halloween fabric. I can stitch on linen. I was swayed, I think, from like watching YouTubers and seeing their linen stitches and their linen projects that are so beautiful. And I was like, man, I can do it. I need to just sit down and get me a linen project. And so I did get Halloween Quaker, I believe, Quaker Halloween, which is here. It's by Ari TM, and I'm doing it on 28 count linen. I do not know the designer, but it's beautiful fabric. This is what I wanted my Love Bug Sampler fabric to look like, except in pink, and no. It's beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. I don't like the pattern on it. I don't like the white. I know. And I think that's upside down. Yes, it is. So, I don't know. I think I'm going to rip it out. I'm pretty sure I'm going to rip it out. But I do want a Halloween pattern to go on that. I just don't know which one. I just don't want this fabric to go to waste, because I really, really like it. And, you know, fabric like this is expensive. So I don't want to just throw it away. So that's the plan, is to rip it out and put another Halloween pattern on there. When that happens, I do not know. Excuse me. My allergies, Texas weather, y'all, it's ridiculous. So my allergies have been off and on this like 3 months, I feel like, and it is horrible. So forgive me, I have some coughing going on. I actually leave to go on a cruise on Thursday too, so hopefully I'll feel a lot better. I feel better than I did yesterday. So okay, another kind of project on top of a project is my sampler crowns by Happy Mood Point. This is what it looks like. I'm stitching this on a 22 count Aida from Be Stitch Me. It is called Nightshade. It's a beautiful fabric. I love the royals. I have kind of lost interest now that Kate and William are next in line. I do like them. They're just, you know, okay. No drama or anything, or not anymore now that Harry left. But I do also love Henry VIII. If I could go back in time, that's when it would be. But I would want to be a rich lady and not, you know, fighting the plague. But that was what I was thinking. I was like, oh, and it's all crowns, you know. And I'm stitching this with, it's satin, DMC satin, because I wanted it shiny. But it is a pain to work with. It is not fun at all. It gets tangled. You can see, like, I had to cut it because it got tangled. So I'm ripping this out. It won't take very long. And I have a pattern in mind to do, but I also might want to do a lady, like a mermaid, like a fancy lady on this. I'm not sure yet, but I am sure I'm ripping that out because I just don't really care for the pattern anymore. I had like an idea, and then when I started doing it, I was like, I do not like this. So, and if I don't do a fancy lady, I do have a Halloween pattern that I am thinking about putting on there too. So that it'll be in use. Maybe, you know, next couple ones I'll show you guys what I decided to do with it. So the next one is Berries in Bloom by Hands On Design. This is one of their free patterns, and I have a very silly start. I'm stitching this on just a marble Aida I got from Hobby Lobby, and I have 2 little leaves. I love holly. I love to decorate my home in holly berries and stuff around Christmas. It just has this Christmas vibe to it that I really, really like. So this is where I got. Ta-da! But yeah, so this and Santa, I think, are my only Christmas patterns that I'm stitching on. But yeah, 2 little leaves. A start is a start, am I right? So that's that. Okay. Our next one is my second SAL that I joined. Satsuma Street released what their Halloween SAL was going to be this year, and I fell in love. Halloween, I love Halloween. It's around my birthday. It has bright oranges and pink, or not pinks, and purples and greens. So when they are like, oh, it's a monster house, I'm like, I gotta get that. And of course, like every other SAL I'm involved in, I'm behind. This is stitched on a 22 count macchiato by Be Stitch Me. This is where I've gotten. And if not ironing your projects really bothers you, I'm not the one, because I hate to iron. I will only iron when I'm done with the project. So I'm so sorry, but that's just not me. So this is how far I've gotten. I'm stitching with the called for DMC. Little skeleton guys right there. And there's like a lot. I mean, the pattern has been released and finished for 2 months now, and there's a lot going on in this house, but it's so cute. Called for DMC, like I was saying, except the white, and I'm doing glow in the dark. Because I do, like, my son is very excited about the glow in the dark, and as am I, because it's freaking awesome. So I'll get this done one day. All of this will be done one day, right? So my last WIP, and the best WIP, is my son. My son was born in 2019. Like I said, he's 5. He's amazing. His name is Cutler. He is the love of my life, and he used to love dinosaurs. So I found this Alforce embroidery dino pattern here. I loved it. It looks like a little boy to me. I love how everything is different. There's plants, there's little buds, there's dinos, there's palm trees. I just really, really liked it. And this is where I am. If you hear him, that's my son. But it is almost done. It is Saturday, November 4th. And my goal for tomorrow is to get it done. I already have a frame and a mat to frame it myself. And it's beautiful. It really is. It reminds me of him being little, and trying to say all the dinos' names. And yeah, it's definitely a memory piece for me. He will have it in his room, and I'll pass it down to him, of course. But it holds a special place in my heart of him being little. Fun fact though, he still likes dinos, but he's getting older, and we're fixing to redo his room in sports, so it will still be hung up and on his little bedside, you know, over his bedside table, but it's fine. He'll keep it. Maybe he'll have a grandson. I'll have a grandson one day, and he'll like dinos. So anyway, so those are my WIPs. Not very many. I say that, but I mean, it's very many to me. So my goal this year, one of them, like I said, I haven't really worked on them, but one of them I do have is I'm going to start a stitch every month, at least one. The blue bonnet was my New Year, New Start. I am going to start one in February, and all the rest of the years I'm going to try to. Just because I like to have multiple projects going on. I get bored really easy when it comes to projects, so that's why I switch them out weekly. So yeah, so that's one of my goals. I'm gonna go over some haul. Usually I don't have haul. Excuse me, this 18 count white Ada from Hobby Lobby, like who wants to see that? No one. So I do have a couple of things, like literally 3. One, Beat Stitch Me, which I really, really like their fabric. It's very easy to use. It's very pretty. I just got this neutral from them. It's called Oat. So just got it. They had it ready to ship. So I think like a couple days after Christmas, and so I bought it for myself. So it's pretty. I mean, just a neutral, but it's still gorgeous. I don't know what I'm putting on there. No earthly idea. So we shall see. I know I have a pattern in mind for my mom that may look okay on here, but I have to like think about it. I'm not sure. And she's not supposed to know that, so Mom, never mind. And then my husband got me this Harry Potter cross stitch kit. It's so cute. It was in my stocking this year. It comes like a kit, I mean, but it comes with like, I don't know if I'll be able to show y'all because it's like the pattern. But it comes like with this little like owl that I'm gonna do, Hedwig, sitting on a pile of books. So that's the pattern I'm gonna do, and it's just like a cute little hoop, like when I say little, and I'm just gonna do it and probably like set it up by my Harry Potter books or something. But I thought that was super cute. He said he randomly bought it at Marshall's, and he's like, I couldn't bounce it up, but it's perfect. He knows my love of Harry Potter and my love of cross stitching, so there's that. And then I also joined another Sal. You would think I would learn my lesson by now, but I haven't. And it is the, who is it? Clouds Factory Stitch Along for this year, the book club. As you can see, I am a reader. I actually host my own book club. So when that came out as their theme, I was like, sign me up. I'm going to stay caught up. I'm going to start when it starts. And that's my goal, is to stay caught up with that. I'll be on a cruise when that stitch comes out. I'll be in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico. So I'm not stitching on the cruise. It's just too much to carry. I'll be reading, but I won't stitch. So I'm already going to be behind. We'll see how that works out. You know, I'll come home and get busy, I guess. I don't know. I don't have high hopes for keeping up with that, Sal. So anyways, I think that's it. I will probably post again probably like either at the end of January or the very beginning of February. It depends on how much stitchy time I get done. I am going to try to get a lot because I want to post more. You know, I'm trying to be more active in the cross stitch community. I'll put my Instagram handle below too in case any of y'all want to follow me there. I'm going to try to get better at posting my progress pictures, stuff like that. So I think that's it. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so worried about the edits. Like, am I going to be able to put these pictures in? Who knows? We'll see. But if not, I tried. Okay. So anyway, I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night or morning or whenever you're watching this. And I'll see y'all soon. Bye.